What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Lawrence Report. Tonight's broadcast discussing episodes 1 and 2 of Reasonable Doubt, and this is one heck of a legal drama that you have got to be watching. This right here is, in fact, one of my favorite TV shows on the Hulu Honest Collective brand, but I just wish I would have known. That Honest Collective, Hulu, Kerry Washington, Romelu Muhammad, that they all was going to bring us a fire season like this right here. They didn't send out no warning shots. None. So if you're not watching Reasonable Doubt, I need y'all to get on it. Trust me when I tell you this right here. Reasonable Doubt, y'all. Let's talk about it. But before we get started, it'd be greatly appreciate if you guys could hit that subscribe button, like, and please do not forget to comment. Now, you're gonna see on my channel, I didn't have any Reasonable Doubt content before because last year I didn't have my YouTube channel, but I got it this year, so we will be talking about Reasonable Doubt every single week. So let's get into Reasonable Doubt. Now, we know last season, we know that Jax had a situation with Michael Ealy's character, and he ended up committing suicide and killing himself, and we got Lewis up here recording them, and last season was a absolute mess. But this season, at the end of, let me backtrack. At the end of last season, Jackson ends up getting a phone call from a friend by the name of Chanel. It turns out that Chanel ended up killing her husband, Jamarian Tucker. And Jax is like, oh my God. So in this season right here, man, they got Jax stressed out completely. I mean, she's up here, smoking cigarettes, crying, upset. Oh, I just felt so bad for her this season because she is going through it. Your best friend to kill somebody. Now you got to take over the case. It's a crazy situation, right? And even so, we even got Jax out here in therapy, right? So in this episode right here, we see her in therapy by herself, but she's also in therapy with Lewis, right? And, for Jax, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on for her, but she's going to do the best she can to help out her friend Chanel. Now, the cops basically want to charge Chanel with murder, right? Because Chanel is claiming that, I was defending myself from an abusive husband. Jamarian was a football player, but at the same time, he was a very abusive, bad guy, right? And Jax is going to come to rescue. She's going to come out and look out for her friend, right? But the issue is for Jax, she got Lewis over here, and Lewis is a real pain, as we already know. Like I said, they go into counseling. She's into counseling by herself as well. And basically, Jax, she has been needing a break from all of this right here. So she's back at her law firm, and she's asking her law firm, I just want to scale back a little bit. I just want to take some time to spend time with my family, right? But her law firm is like, well, we thought that you was cleared. Are you saying that you can't handle the Chanel case? And, for Jax, is like, you know what? Screw it. And the Khalees song, I Hate You So Much Right Now, is the perfect example of how some of us feel sometimes when our coworkers want so much. Because Jax, it's a lot going on for her. So she needs a mental break, but at the same time, that is her friend. And then we got this villain named Lucy. Lucy comes in. She's trying to take over the case, basically. She does end up taking over the case, and Chanel ends up going to jail and things of that nature. And like I said, they had the marriage counseling couple. They had marriage counseling, right? And Lewis is upset. He's been trying to tap it. You know what I mean when I say tap it, right? He's been trying to tap it for quite some time. But, Jax is not giving it up, right? And we even see, the legalities of this right here when it comes to you taking a deal, or there inconsistencies sometimes in the case, right? And so much is placed at Jack's feet, but it's up to Lewis. Lewis comes up with an idea. He's like, listen, you're not gonna be able to defend Chanel, be her friend, and take over the case as well. It's a little bit too much on your plate, right? So Lewis comes up with an idea. He says, well, do you know anybody else who could possibly step up to the plate and take over? And insert, my boy, the one and only, Morris Chestnut. And we see Morris Chestnut up here getting any back shots. And Apparently him and Jax, they go back, so it's gonna be up to Corey Cash. Actually, that's his name, Corey Cash. It's gonna be up to him to try to take over this case and look out for Chanel. Now, let's talk about episode 2 of Reasonable Doubt. Now, when Corey Cash, aka Morris Chestnut character, comes in, right, he has a certain way of how he wants to do things, right? And you kind of can say it's kind of old school, right? He comes from, I believe his father was a lawyer, and around these other white men, these other lawyers or whatever, he basically impresses them, right? Because Corey, he knows what he's doing, right? But he has an old school civil rights type way of trying to you know, try to change the system, right? And try to help out Chanel. Chanel won't feel it at first, but they talk one-on-one. And Corey came through, right? But at the same time, there is an issue that's brewing. Jax and her friends, they must raise this money to help Chanel out, right? And one of the friends was trying to figure out, well, if I I think she was trying to sell her home. The husband said no, but they did end up getting the money for Chanel's release. Now, Jax and Corey, they're not seeing eye to eye on how to basically get Chanel out of jail. And Corey came over, he came over to the house. He's like, yo, why would you ask me to join this case right here if you was going to backstab me, right? And he's raising his voice at Jax. And that's when Lewis steps up to the plate. He's like, yo, don't you ever come, paraphrasing here, but he's like, don't you ever come to my house raising your voice at me like that, right? Now, we thought Chanel was going to be scot-free. Everything's going to be okay. But apparently there's a situation going on with $30 million that has been stashed away. And I knew something was strange with Chanel, the way she hugged that one friend where she kept telling her, thank you for looking after the kids and all those things right there. And, even Chanel even went to her ex-husband's funeral, which was wild, like wild, right? So she basically, in the end, we end up seeing her take this 30 million that we believe basically is from Corey. And there's a phone call that's going on, right? There's conversations going on. It's like, yo, we have not seen Chanel. She's been missing. So everybody's like, what you mean? And, that's when Corey and company, they realized that the 30 million that she may have took, she might have took that money to escape, possibly, we don't know, to another country. And then I'm starting to wonder, did she plan Corey's death? Is that, not Corey, but Jamarian Tucker's death? That's another legality that we're going to have to find out in episode 3 of Reasonable Doubt. So it's a lot that's going on. And of course, I forgot to mention this right here. Now, Lewis and Jax, right? They haven't been seen eye to eye. The counselor suggested they should go to date night. And they go to date night, they get freaky. Lewis still is not happy. I don't know what's up with this brother. I don't know what it's going to take. Lewis is still not happy. The wine is talking to him on this date. He's still not happy. He's still not satisfied. Y'all still prepare for Lewis because he about to blow everything down. He's been sneaking in and out of the house. The kids already know that. But the more pressing matter is what is going on with Chanel. And Corey Cash, aka Morris Chestnut character, is wondering, what in the world did I get myself into, y'all? That is Reasonable Doubt. That is episodes 1 and 2. Make sure y'all subscribe for more content on Reasonable Doubt. And as always, thank you for tuning in to the Lawrence Report.